everyone, I'm Erin O'Leary with Around the World, and today I would like to talk to you about the 5 worst things in Germany. Super cliche, but let's start with the weather. In my first year of living in Germany, I literally dreamed that I would still be wearing my winter jacket in June. And to be honest with you, it wasn't that far off. This is what the 4 seasons look like in Germany. Yes, we have winter for the majority of the year. We have spring and fall, which are in there somewhere, but not very long. And then we have summer, which feels like a really long time, but actually it's so short that if you blink, you miss it. It only feels long because you'll spend every single waking moment of your life outdoors during this period. Whether you're living in Germany or just passing through, there are 3 main things that you should never forget when leaving your accommodation here in Germany. That's an umbrella, a jacket, and, of course, your sunglasses. Yes, I have needed all 3 of these things in a single day. You might look outside your window and you think, okay, it looks a little bit cloudy today. And actually the weather is over 80 degrees. Why would I need a jacket or my sunglasses? Well, you know what? You'll walk right outside and then suddenly the sun will start blaring in your face, and the next thing you know, it'll be followed by a rain shower about 10 minutes later. And once the sun goes down at night, the temperatures will drop like 20 degrees and you'll be freezing your ass off. So I highly recommend not leaving your house without all 3 of these items because it sucks. Another thing you should know about Germany is that we do not have air conditioning here, and it gets very, very hot, only for like a week, but that week will be miserable if you don't have air conditioning or you don't invest in a fan. Whatever you do, don't go out and buy a fan during that 1 week of a heat wave here in Germany, because that would be a lot like buying toilet paper at the beginning of COVID. Everything is closed on Sundays. Yes, they're not the most religious of countries in the world, but they do like to observe every single Catholic holiday, including the Sabbath. Yes, that means that everything is open Monday to Saturday, but on Sunday we all rest and we take the day off and nothing is open. That means that unless you want to go to a bar or a cafe or something like this, you're probably not going to be able to do very much on a Sunday. That's why you'll go to the parks and see that it's full of families and kids, because that is the day that everybody spends time with their friends and their families, because there's very little to do. Now, I mean, of course, you're kind of out of luck if you wake up on Sunday morning and you find out that you're out of toilet paper. Now, if by chance you're in a big city like Berlin, there are a couple of places where you can go on a Sunday to go buy groceries, toilet paper, whatever it is that you might be missing. But unless you really like going shopping on Black Friday, I really wouldn't advise you to go spend the other 51 weeks of the year going to the supermarket on a Sunday. No matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to find a job, an apartment, you're trying to register, you're getting a visa, whatever you want to do, it takes forever. Even quitting your job, usually you have to give 3 months notice before you can leave your job here in Germany, because they like to have plenty of time to figure out what's going to happen next. Also, recently I tried to apply for a job and I was still getting answers about my job applications 1.5 months after I applied. They're definitely not in a hurry to get the position filled around here. And not only that, but they were more than understanding when I told them it would take 2 to 3 months before I could actually get out of my current job. And they totally understand it. That's something you would never see in America. Now let's talk about rules in Germany. Everybody follows the rules here. I'm not kidding you. It's one of the only places where I guess their system works because people always follow the rules. So for example, I was out working and I had a 30-minute lunch break before my next class. So I went running across to the grocery store because I was really hungry and I wanted to buy something to eat. I looked from right to left. Nobody was coming. The place was empty and the light was red. And I waited and I thought, okay, come on, there's no cars coming. I'm just gonna cross the street. Ran across the street as fast as I could, not to waste my time, and all of a sudden I get stopped by somebody from the Ordnungsamt saying a bunch of things in German to me. Thank God I was relatively new, so I just played dumb and said I didn't speak German and I had no idea what he was telling me. But in all honesty, what he was trying to tell me was that I needed to come with him because he was about to give me a ticket for the fact that I just jaywalked in the middle of the city. Now, whatever you do, if you try that same technique when you're on the train and you haven't properly validated your ticket and the officers try and talk to you and tell you what you've done wrong, well, I wouldn't try that because they'll still ticket you anyway. So whatever you do, just follow the rules here in Germany, you know? Watch what everybody else does. Wait there for an eternity for that stupid light to turn green because it's just the way it is here. So the cash culture. Germany is one of the few countries in Western Europe that I know that still operates purely with cash. Like, who does that? Anyway, if you come to Germany, one of the first things you should probably do is take money out of the ATM because every kind of bakery, spate shop, if you go to a restaurant, whatever it is you want to do, you should always have a little bit of cash on you because you never know when you're going to come across that sign that says cash only. The other day was an exception to this. I was walking down the street to go buy a donut from my favorite vegan donut place, and as I was going there, I saw in the window, card only. I have never seen that before here in this country, and I nearly jumped up and down and thought, oh my God, they're finally catching up to the rest of the world. So yeah, they're finally moving in the direction of using more cards. It's still not everywhere, and I think it has a lot to do with COVID and the fact that using a card is a little bit more hygienic than dealing with cash on a regular basis. I'm not really sure, but just look out for that. If you come here, make sure you have cash in your wallet just in case you can't pay with a card. Well, that concludes today's video about the worst things in Germany. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time somewhere around the world. Cheers!